In honor of Black History Month, will you all rise and join us in singing the Black National Anthem?
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the present brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Good morning, San Antonio. My name is Tammy Carrillo. I'm the Youth Ministry Director here at Unity of San Antonio. I invite all the kids and teens to please come up and join me. Come on up and join me on the stage. Come on, Ellie. Let's go. Come sit down. All right, while they're coming up, I'm going to share with you every Sunday we welcome and bless our youth with a youth candle lighting ritual. We open with a call and response that allows us to affirm the truth of our youth and for our youth to affirm the truth for themselves. Your words are going to be on the screen, and then the youth will respond with an I am statement. Okay. You got the I am statement? Okay, ready? God is light.
I am life.
God is light. I am light.
I am light.
God is joy.
I am joy.
I am joy.
God is love.
I am love.
I am love.
God is beauty.
I am beauty.
I am beauty.
God is peace.
I am peace.
I am peace.
God is power.
I am power.
I am power.
All these things God is I am.
All these things God is I am.
Yes, you are. You are definitely. If you'll please join me for the children and teen blessing. Children and teens, we know who you are. You are the light of God. We love you, we bless you, we celebrate you, and we see you doing great things. All right, and then we have a blessing for our friends and family. Nice and loud, you guys.
Families, we love you, we bless you, we believe in you, and we thank you. Namaste.
So it is, I let it go, release my word into the flow. I let it be and let it grow, and I know that it is so. Yes, I know that it is so.
Good morning. I have the honor of leading us in prayer this morning, and I wanted to start with just a quick excerpt from Reverend Juan del Hierro. And he was talking about love is the key. Since it's Valentine's Day weekend, I figured we could talk about a little love here. So it says, love is the key. Love unlocks the shackles we have created for ourselves and for others and reveals our true nature. By developing the power of love within us, we release ourselves and others from our judgments and the limited definitions that we have placed on each other. It brings us into greater harmony with the truth that we are all one. It binds the whole human family because it sees no separation, and through our experience of it, we realize that it heals our perceived notions that we are separate from each other. Love does not appear after healing takes place. Love is what brings about healing. So if you would, just close your eyes and just place your hands on your heart. And as you feel your heart beating, bring your awareness to that space, that heart space. And let us, for this moment, just be reminded that there is only one God, Source, Infinite, Father, Mother, God, or whatever word that resonates with you for God. Bring that feeling of that word and place that into your heart space. And as you do that, remember what it feels like to love, to feel that love, to be in that love space. And then please hear this word, these words. You are not only loved, you are love. You cannot be separated from it. Even in the times where we don't feel as loved, or we feel alone, or we are struggling, or we feel that we're walking through perhaps a dark time in our history. Please remember, you are not only loved, you are love. Because you are one with this God source, infinite power, that is only love. You are love. So we take that remembrance, we take that knowing, and it spreads. It spreads to the person sitting next to you. It spreads all the way to the back of the room. It spreads through Facebook, through Instagram, and all of the other social medias that I don't know about. It spreads to our world. It spreads to those that may not look like us. It spreads to those that do not necessarily think like us. I am love. You are love. We are love. And that is what brings about the healing. You do not need to be healed to spread that love. Love draws that in. Love draws that healing into each one of us. And sharing that with each other matters. That is who we are today. That is who we are tomorrow. And that is who we are every single day. So let's share that love. And let's feel that love and be that love. And so it is.
And so it is, I let it go, release my words into the flow. I let it be and let it grow, and I know that it is so. Yes, I know that it is so. And so it is, I let it go, release my words into the flow. I let it be and let it grow, and I know that it is so. Yes, I know that it is so.
This is what happens when you're late for sound check. Good morning. How are y'all today? All right, can I get an amen for rain? Can I get an amen? Yay, who I know, and I'm going to apologize for you if you didn't get rain. But we got rain, and I went outside, and I was like, what is this? And then we were driving, and then there was hail. And I was like, oh, hail. But okay, so I'm just going to say amen. And then, can I get an amen for the Seahawks? Yay! All right, well, good morning. Welcome to Unity of San Antonio. If you don't remember, my name is Juliana Berry, and I will be your platform host today. Unity of San Antonio is a loving, inclusive, spiritual community. We know the universal truths in all religions and respect each person's chosen spiritual path. We offer practical tools to help people of all faiths from all walks of life apply universal principles so that you might live a happier, more fulfilling life. We believe that each of us are a unique expression of the divine. I know I am. And we support you in unfolding. Thank you. We support you in unfolding your spiritual potential to the fullest. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, we welcome you in open arms and heart. Okay, we're going to, this thing, it's what happens when you have little arms, they just don't fit. Okay. Unity is grounded in what we call affirmative prayer. In a way, it's a way of praying from our highest consciousness, affirming the highest truth of you. If you'd like a prayer trained, not Miss Barry, chaplain to hold a higher possibility with you, just grab a prayer intention slip in front of the seat pocket in front of you and drop it in the offering basket later in the service. And if you'd prefer, they'd also they're back in the service for you to pray with you. For those of us joining online, hola. There's a prayer request link on our website under the prayer link. All requests are held in the highest confidence. And if you'd like a trained prayer chaplain to give you a call, leave your phone number on the form of our prayer or online. Our prayer chaplains are here this morning holding you in sacred space for all of us. Prayer chaplains, would you please stand? Welcome. Thank you so much for your service. And thank you, all of you, for coming today. I should have said that earlier. Thank you for those familiar faces that I haven't seen in such a long time. I'm so glad that you're back. Thank you for those of you online. So today, it's not there yet. Every Sunday, we would like to reacquaint ourselves with why we do what we do by affirming our purpose statements. Please join me in saying, there it is. In both the seen and unseen, we are a catalyst for fostering a loving and authentic spiritual community, rooted in belonging, acceptance, and peace. All right, last week, Heather talked to y'all about the sabbatical grant, if those of you were here. So today she has more information, so I'm going to give you a brief. It's a clergy grant that Heather is 95% writing, and I'm just kind of reviewing because she's doing a great job. And it is a grant that we are applying for. It's $60,000 to send our fabulous, most wonderful, we're so blessed to have her, Nina, on a sabbatical while she gets rejuvenated. And then we get a part of that where what's going to help us rejuvenate as a community. So we're asking for thoughts and ideas, and then we're asking for testimonials. So if you want more information about that, please see Heather. And if you see me, I'll point you to Heather. Thank you. All right. We offer a variety of events, classes, and groups and workshops outside Sunday morning to help you embody these teachings, connect with others, and have fun. Our season of Nonviolence Be the Change fundraiser is still going on. It's been awesome to see the baggies of jars and coins get upended into our bowl. 50% of everything collected will be donated to the King Center, a nonprofit dedicated to building community and uniting a nation with a nonviolent way. This evening at 7 p.m., join Reverend Nina on a Zoom for a casual conversation where she will explore today's message for a time of reflection, dialogue, and deeper exploration. No preparation is needed. On the first Sunday of each month, we host a newcomer potluck during our hospitality service. This is one way our community says welcome with food, which is the best way, right? Because for so long as humans, we have gathered, food and welcome have gone hand in hand. If you'd been here a while, we'd invite you to sign up and bring a dish. And if you're new or newish, please come and let us feed you and give us a chance to get to know you and make it fun. We offer a theme, because it's always better with a theme. March's theme is Luck of the Irish. Oh, look at that, Luck of the Irish. That's my theme. I live right underneath that rainbow. And thank you, Theresa. Love it. So it's Luck of the Irish Potato Palooza Bar. Man, who thinks of these things? Gosh. On March 8th at 12:45, join Dutch Berkeley for an introduction to what he calls a pleasant energy experience, focused meditation. This practice draws from Reiki, TM, and transactional awareness discovered by Dutch over the past year. This experience has brought increased ease, clarity, and well-being in the body. Don't miss adding this to your tool belt. Sneak peek into the future. Save the date. Our annual membership meeting will take place March 22nd. The spring new member orientation class will be on March 29th. our annual Easter brunch after service, well, Easter, prayer workshop on April 19th, and our 7-week prosperity keys to the kingdom. Ooh, that is the best class. I'm just saying you should go. It really is wonderful. We'll start on Monday, May 3rd. I should read these things before. Oh, Sunday, May 3rd. Sorry, date's wrong. Finally, check out our Unity of San Antonio app. Head to the website, and at the top of the page, click Download App. We also have lots of regular and ongoing events, as you can see on the screen. There they are. We've made signing up easy for these, super easy. You can sign up on paper from the community cafe, online on the events tab on our website. Registering helps our facilitators know who to expect and allows them to inform you of any unexpected changes as a cancellation due to inclement weather, and also gives you access to Zoom links if applicable. As you came in this morning, you were offered a red, yellow, or green sticker to wear. This is our friendly, low-tech way of honoring each other's different comfort levels, because we are a wonderfully varied group. Green are for our enthusiastic huggers. They love to hug. Yellow is handshakes and elbow bumps, and red simply means I treasure you, and a warm good morning and namaste. So before you lean in, please check the colored sticker so you can respect their boundaries. That's it. Let's get to hugging, handshaking, or waving.
in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
And let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Good morning, Unity of San Antonio. Oh, you guys are just amazing. Thank you. And I just want to say we are so blessed to have you guys here. So thank you. I'm blessed to have all of you. Thank you. Good morning and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Reverend Nina Clark, and I am the senior minister here at Unity of San Antonio. And we're still trying to figure out why they keep calling me senior, because there is no other minister here. But, it's a thing. So Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, who are the co-founders of Unity, offered a spiritual teaching. That's how it all started. They offered a spiritual teaching intended to deepen the faith within whatever tradition a person was already in. And Unity of San Antonio continues that spirit. Here you will not find dogma or rigid doctrine. Instead, you'll find an inclusive and accepting spiritual community offering practical spiritual tools to help you live a more joyful and fulfilling life. And we fill our calendar with, as you saw, with a variety of activities ranging from Sunday celebration services and our Wednesday evening service. We do have a once-a-month Tibetan bowl service. We have small groups and workshops and so much more. And if any of that would serve any of you in any way at any time, you are 100% welcome to be a part of that. And I'm going to do something totally random for a moment. I learned a new name for God this week. Gus. If that doesn't tell you that we don't have dogma or doctrine. So GUS stands for Great Unlimited Spirit. Isn't that cool? So, totally random. Now back. I would also like to extend a welcome to our online community. If you would turn and wave to the camera on the side, just to let those folks know that are choosing to be at home or next door in our community center, that we are so glad that you are here with us in this way. And Juliana mentioned our Be the Change fundraiser, with 50% of what's being collected going to the King Center. And the other 50% is going to seed a fund that will launch an interfaith initiative called the Potluck Program. And it's a really awesome program designed to bring people of diverse cultures, faith traditions, and backgrounds together over food, with the intention of building bridges. And I would really love for Unity of San Antonio to be a part of this. And I'm looking for a few people to work with me on organizing it. So if this appeals to you, if this calls to you, please give me a call. They have a packet that's all put together, so we do not have to reinvent the wheel. We just have to take what the materials they've given us and put them into motion. So thank you if that calls to you. Yeah. So for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about ordinary mysticism, which at its heart is really about embodied spirituality. What if the spiritual journey isn't about transcending our humanity, but about inhabiting it more fully? Many of us put our feet on the spiritual path with the very common assumption that the goal was to rise above our humanity. And that assumption hides in thoughts like, I shouldn't feel this. Or, if I were more spiritual, I'd be calmer. Or, when I evolve enough, this won't bother me. Anybody got started with that? I know it was true for me. My first experiences with meditation were all about getting out of the body, rising above my body. And I was led to believe that I would experience bliss if I rose high enough. But as I've wandered through the spiritual landscape, I've come to feel differently. What we are invited to transcend, I believe, isn't our humanity, but the stories we layer on top of it. The stories that we've carried that keep the scales tipped towards fear instead of freedom. There is a saying, the only way out is through. What if this is really inviting us to soften our grip and release the narrative that we've been rehearsing and fully inhabit our lives? And what if the real meaning of be in this world but not of it isn't to transcend the world, but to fully be in the world while no longer being governed by the stories of fear that our fears tell us about the world? For me, being fully in the world means I bring my divinity with me to the best of my ability into the minutia of my life. And from there, I can begin to make a meaningful change. And so what I believe now is that we are to what I believe now is that what we are to transcend is not our humanity, but our narratives. And this allows us to more fully embrace and embody our humanity. Mirabai writes, mysticism is about union and communion with the source of all being, which is love. And then she says something I really love. This fountain bubbles up from where you stand and reveals itself in the midst of your ordinary life. And to be a mystic is to say yes to our embodied experience. So for those of you who might be with us for the first time today, I will pull forward some threads from the past couple of weeks so that we can all move forward together. And really it helps us all, even me. Just like on a TV show where each new episode starts off with a recap. And so previously on Ordinary Mysticism, in week 1, we embraced the truth that our lives are holy ground. We talked about how holy, in its original meaning, didn't mean something above or extraordinary. It meant set apart, claimed, or marked for a particular purpose. And that as expressions of the divine, our lives are holy. Not the ideal life, not your ideal life, not the version of you that finally has it all together. This one, the one with dead car batteries and disgruntled coworkers and rude customer service reps. Unity Minister Eric Butterworth reminds us that each of us is not separate and cannot be separate from the infinite, but we are a unique place where the infinite becomes personal, where God individualizes or particularizes as us. We have been set apart from our first breath for the purpose of expressing more and more of our God nature, our divine nature, in every moment. And once we established that our lives are holy ground, we wondered, so how can we go about experiencing that on a more regular basis? And we began with intention. We set the intention to see with these divine eyes of love that we were created with. We set the intention to know that every moment is sacred, because in every moment, the divine is expressing as and through us. And perhaps we put legs on this by reminding ourselves every morning when we hit the alarm clock, today, my intention is to see my life as holy. Because without the intention, we don't even get off the starting block. If we get in a sailboat and just sit there, we never leave the dock. But if we get in a sailboat and say, my intention is to sail to the island in the middle of the lake, then we increase the likelihood that we will pull up the anchor, untie the mooring lines, raise the sail, and start off, yeah? So step 1 is intention. And then our next step is to pay attention so that we do see where we are. Because that which is holy is revealed by where we place our gaze. Back to the sailboat analogy, if we pull up the anchor, untie the mooring lines, raise the sail, but we don't keep our eye peeled for that island in the middle of the lake, we're likely to sail right past it or head off in an entirely different direction altogether. And if we're sailing right past it, isn't it better to see that we are sailing right past it? See what is actually going on so that we can either course correct or change our minds about the destination. And so it is with the mystical gaze, which is what we talked about last week. We pay attention. We look for the holy. This is about intentional attention. But as an ordinary mystic, we don't have to climb those proverbial slopes of the mountaintop cave. We look everywhere in the lives that we're already living. We pay attention as we live our lives. We look in the bubbles in the dishwater. We look in the floor as we're sweeping it. We look in the bills in the mailbox, the wail of an ambulance siren, the ribs on the barbecue. We look when we get a scary diagnosis, or a friend does. And we also look at the colors of the sunset, the hush of new falling snow, the serene beauty of a sleeping baby's face. We look everywhere. When we stand in our own lives and see what is actually here, then we are at choice. When we don't turn away from what is, then there is that within us that knows exactly what to do, if we will but trust it. And that's where we left off last week, standing in our lives, seeing what is actually here, and realizing that we are at choice. And today, we surrender the story we've been telling ourselves about what we see. Surrender. I've been told by students of mine that the word surrender gives them the heebie-jeebies. When we think of surrender, we think of one army raising the white flag to indicate that they've been defeated by their opponent. And indeed, the dictionary defines surrender to yield to the power, control, or possession of another upon compulsion or demand, or to give up completely or agree to forego especially in favor of another, or to give oneself up into the power of another, especially as a prisoner. How many of us want to do surrender now? Doesn't sound very appealing, does it? But spiritual surrender has a different meaning. It means accepting the present moment, stopping the struggle against what is. It's an active, trusting acceptance that brings inner peace, strength, and liberation from fear. And even in the spiritual context, surrender does mean giving up. But what we give up is our struggle. What we give up is our narrative. In this way, surrender is about liberation, not loss. We surrender our attachment to an old way of being or of believing. We surrender a belief that we're not good enough or that we can't do something. Surrender is about becoming less defended. And when we surrender in this way, releasing our preconceived notions, we begin to live a life of radical amazement. Not because the world changed, but because we changed. We stopped insisting that it be different. Surrender isn't passive. It's the moment that we stop arguing with reality long enough to be astonished by it. Astonished by the ordinary, talk title, means that we get it. The world is already holy. We just stop resisting what is. And when we stop arguing with what is, then the ordinary blossoms like a lotus. And surrender doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like sitting in a U-Haul. When I was in my early 20s, I accepted an invitation to room with a friend of mine, and she had a cute little cottage in the Napa Valley with a clawfoot tub, and I thought I'd found a little slice of heaven. The thing was, she neglected to tell me that her landlord had one hard and fast rule: only one person could live in the cottage. And she hadn't told her landlord I was living there. And so when he found out, we were given 72 hours to vacate the premises. And I was in between jobs at the moment, with a new one starting in a week. And so I found myself sitting in a U-Haul with all my stuff and no place to live. And I had no idea what to do. But even back then, although I would have termed it differently, I didn't turn away from what was, nor did I tell myself a story about what it meant. I just parked the U-Haul in a shady residential street and sat there, just letting myself feel lost and uncertain. And somewhere in that sitting, a feeling surfaced that there was a solution, even if I couldn't see it yet. And after an hour or so, a memory floated up of a guy in a class that I was taking, as he mentioned that he had a room for rent. I called the school, got his number, and he happened to answer. I explained my situation, and within 2 hours, I was unloading my U-Haul into a new room. In retrospect, we could say I surrendered to what was, and that allowed the wisdom within me to provide some direction. Myrtle Fillmore also learned about surrender during her healing. She came to a point where her progress had stalled, and instead of blaming circumstances, she turned within. And in her own words, her words, not mine, she said she discovered that she was a gossip, petulant, and angry. And rather than turn away from what she saw, she accepted it. She stopped arguing with the truth of what was happening inside her. And with that acceptance, She was free to choose differently. Myrtle surrendered a story she had about herself. And I had to learn to surrender another story that I had that I was telling about someone else. And yes, this one's about my mom. She was a very glass half empty, negative person. And whenever I saw her name on my caller ID, I so did not want to pick up the phone. Why? Because I was in complete resistance to her negativity. I wanted her to transcend it. I wanted to transcend it. I didn't want to be anywhere near it. And so each time she spoke, and when she would launch into her anger, her fear, or frustration, I would go into resistance, and my body would clench, and everything in me would want to end the call. And when she was done complaining, I would try to fix it for her. I would give her positive ideas and actions. And I thought I was doing the high and spiritual right thing. I didn't realize I was completely invalidating her lived experience, her feelings, and I was making her feel wrong for feeling the way that she did. And I was definitely not telling her that her life was holy, just as it was. Until one day, after doing some of the work by Byron Katie, a light bulb went off, and the next time she called, I just listened. It wasn't easy, because one doesn't typically drop a pattern in an instant, but I did it. I just listened. And when she was done, I said, "Wow, Mom, that sounds really hard." That's all. And she was so happy. And the rest of our conversation was unusually pleasant. And when I hung up the phone, I was amazed. When I stopped resisting her right to live her life her way, when I stopped insisting that my way to live life was the right way, then I could choose to respond differently. And then my relationship with my mother changed. I found some space and some freedom, and so did she. When I stopped arguing with my mother's right to be exactly who she was, something shifted. Not because she changed, but because I did. I released my argument with reality. Surrender doesn't make us smaller, and it doesn't make us passive. It doesn't mean we agree with everything that's happening. It means we stop fighting reality long enough to see it clearly. And when we see it clearly, we are free. Free to respond instead of react. Free to choose instead of defend. Free to love instead of correct. To be astonished by the ordinary is simply to see it. It's not about fireworks in the sky. It's about discovering that the sky was beautiful all along, even when it was chock full of gray thunderclouds. And when we do see it, we are radically amazed. And radical amazement doesn't come because life finally cooperates. It doesn't come because the world has changed. It comes because we have changed. And in Unity, we call this a shift in consciousness. Radical amazement comes when we surrender our story about what life has to be and we accept what is. And then we are able to see that it is already holy, even here, even now, even in this. And so this week, I invite you to notice where you are arguing with life. Notice where your jaw tightens. Notice where your body clenches. Notice the story that begins with, "This shouldn't be." And instead of turning away or forcing it away, just allow it to be. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to transcend it. You don't even have to like it. Just stop arguing long enough to see what blooms. Because when we surrender the story, the ordinary shimmers like moonlight on water. And we do discover that we've been standing on holy ground all along. Will you join me for a time of reflection? Make your body comfortable in the chair, or if you're online, on the floor or in your bed. And feel the chair beneath you, your feet touching the floor. The steady rhythm of your breath. There's nowhere else to be but here. Nothing else to do but this. And then gently bring your awareness to your hands. Without forcing anything, just simply notice, are your hands relaxed? Are they tense? Are they somewhere in between? And then I invite you to allow one hand to softly close into a fist. You don't have to make it super tight, just closed. And this fist represents the place where you are arguing with life. Perhaps it's a person, maybe a circumstance or a story that you've been telling about yourself. Feel the energy of holding. Notice what it feels like in your body. And now imagine that inside your closed fist is a small stone. And this stone represents the story, a belief that says, this shouldn't be, or why is it like this, or if only, ... You've been carrying this stone for a while, and notice the effort that it takes to keep holding it. And now, gently, allow your hand to open. Let your fingers uncurl. You're not throwing the stone away, you're simply no longer gripping it. Rest with your palm open and notice what happens. In your open hand, the stone begins to warm. It softens, and slowly, impossibly, it becomes a seed. This is the seed of radical amazement, the seed that was always hidden beneath the argument, beneath the story we told, beneath the narrative. It's the seed that was always there. And as your hand remains open, imagine this seed beginning to sprout. Not because you made it sprout, but because you stopped squeezing it. A small green shoot rises from your palm, delicate and alive. This is what blooms when we stop arguing with reality. This is what grows when we surrender the story. A quiet astonishment, a realization that life was not your opponent. It was waiting for your open hand. And now imagine that that small sprout begins to glow with a soft, steady light. This light represents the holiness of your life, not a different life. This one, the one you are standing in, the one you are living now. And as the light grows warmer, you realize you've not lost anything. You've only unclenched. Breathe in and let your breath go gently. And again, breathing into this moment, breathing into this experience. Let these breaths ground this feeling, ground this knowing, ground this insight into your body. Fully inhabit this moment. Fully inhabit this insight. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to your body. Feel your body, your feet on the floor, the room around you. And as you return, carry this simple knowing. You do not have to fix your life to be amazed by it. You only have to open your hand. And as we let this be so, it is so. And so it is.
People get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord.
People get ready, there's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board them. There's so much hope for all the loved and lost you. There ain't no room for any heart that's hateful that hurt all mankind just to save their home. But there's plenty of room for a heart that's grateful. Love makes the way that leads us home. So people get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels coming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. There ain't no room for any heart that's hateful, hurt all mankind just to save their home. There's plenty of room for a heart that's grateful. Love makes the way that leads us home. So people get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. So people get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord.
I'm on board. Anybody else? Woo! All right, thank you, Reverend Nina. I sat there and I thought to myself, surrendering is important. I find myself surrendering quite a bit. I surrender every morning to my bed when that alarm goes off. I said, not today. I surrendered myself for 2 weeks to a Pyrex dish with Sally's brownies in it. 2 weeks. I find myself surrendering to try to be present in every moment, to not think about the what ifs or what could happen, and to be present and joyful for all those moments. So thank you so much, Reverend Nina. And thank y'all for that song. Prosperity blessing. Oh, yes. This is a part of service that we offer, that we refer to as an offertory. It is a time, really a time and intentional practice. Unity of San Antonio thrives because of you. If you would like to make a donation today, giving options will appear on your screen. Thank you for all of your generosity, for it is together that we create a co-community. Also, if you would like information about Unity of San Antonio's program of regular or recurring giving, please email or call Kelly in the administrative office. I invite you to prayerfully open to the flow of substance in and through as you. Unity Eric Butterworth wrote, "Build on the awareness of ever-present substance and expand your faith in the stability of your own inner wholeness. Let us allow the truth of these words to establish themselves within us and shift us to a deeper experience of our own inherent abundance. Let us celebrate our abundance and our blessings of our offerings by saying together, I am the living expression of divine abundance. As I give from the fullness of my time, talent, and treasure, I open wide the channels of infinite prosperity." And so it is. Thank you. If this is your first time here, would you please and thank you raise your hand so that we can acknowledge you? Yay, welcome. And if this is your second or third time, will you raise your hand so we can celebrate your return? Oh, welcome back. Thank you. And those of you that are joining us online for the first, second, or third time, we celebrate you as well. Yay. We are so glad that you came, you joined us today. In your seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a black envelope that says, "This is for you." Inside is a short welcome form. If you'd like to stay informed about our community events, just fill it out and hand it to the usher on your way out. We typically only send 1, maybe 2 e-blasts a month, and we will never share your email address ever. And if this is your first time, please get a copy of the Daily Word from one of our ushers on your way out. The Daily Word is a Unity booklet that offers inspirational and practical teachings through affirmative messages and prayers. This is our way of saying thank you for checking us out. In closing today's service, please join us in saying our community blessing and prayer for protection, followed by a closing prayer and song. Please stand if you are able, and let's say together. Beloved friends, I see your divine light. I see your open heart. I see your life transforming. I celebrate your divine identity as you radiate your light in the world. And our prayer for protection: the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
So here's what I know to be true about each and every one of you. That you are love manifest. You are wisdom manifest. You are intelligence. You are joy. You are light manifest. Now, often when we hear that, we kind of let it just pass over us. So I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and feel the truth of that. You are love manifest. You are wisdom manifest. You are intelligence, life, joy, peace manifest. And when you hold that truth in your consciousness and walk in the world, you are a radiating center of love, wisdom, light, peace. That is the truth of you. So whatever gift that you have received from being in this community this morning, even if you don't know what it yet might be, I invite you to give it space. Allow it to take root in you. Give yourself full permission to really experience what you just experienced. Take it in. As many times a day as you can remember, take that in and live from that vibration. Because this is our time, and we are the ones. And so I invite you to take that light that you are out into the world and let yourself shine. Be your full, magnificent self, because you matter. You make a difference. So let's let it be one of love, shall we? And together let's cement it in by saying our words of affirmation. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Nina. I don't know if anybody else is like your girl here, but 1 minute, I'm doing my hair before church, and the next I'm spending an hour surrendering during church. So I will be watching that again so that I can ugly cry a little bit more at home. Before we part ways, I just want to say a quick thank you to our Sunday morning team. We have our youth ministry and hospitality team just across the parking lot. In the back, we have our AV team, our ushers, prayer chaplains. And thank you so much, Juliana, for being our celebration host today. Wonderful job, as always. And thank you to our musicians and our singers. And thank you to each one of you that are here today that took the time to spend this time together. It means so much to be here with you. And I love all of your faces and your smile. So thank you for being here and sharing your light with everyone. We are walking each other home, drawn by the pool of love. We are walking each other Have a great week, everybody.